Next cream himself.
Okay.
Well, Eddie, it's been 25 years, I think. I believe it has been, actually.
Yeah,
Since we made this movie. I was just thinking and recalling when, way back when we first started this idea. Was it a pub or a barbecue or what?
no, it was a barbecue at your place, where my wife and children, your wife, and my brother and everyone else, and we just decided something to do. We go out and make a movie and look for a location.
That's right, yeah, I remember. There was probably about 8 or 10 of us there. We ended up with about 7 that finally decided that they could get up early enough to come out to Kurnell.
Yeah, it's true.
We searched a few places, and Kurnell seemed to have everything we wanted, didn't it? Sand for the desert scenes,
Yeah.
Enough bush for the
Cover.
sort of for the cover scenes and the shootouts, and one of the biggest bonuses I remember was a couple of girls rode past when we first started shooting with horses, and
Yes.
we almost kidnapped the horses.
We almost kidnapped them to take to us. Well, we asked them, maybe we borrow
Yeah,
them.
that sort of set the whole thing off pretty well. Yeah.
That's true.
I thought that was pretty good. Well, it's 25 years, and I suppose the statistics that we often joked about in this movie, most people wouldn't believe it. I think there were 7 people in it, but
And about 15 got killed.
there was probably more actually. It was probably about 25 got killed. But we had a case where everyone had to get up and redress and change positions and become another body somewhere.
I believe my brother shot himself twice.
He did. He did, actually. One of the funniest things was that when, as a producer and a director,
And the film man.
and the
Never get that. You
filmmaker,
took care of the camera and all.
and that's right, and scriptwriter, every time we had to shoot another scene, I had to remember where the original dead bodies were
And to redo it.
and get people to lie down in their spot while we panned across it. Otherwise it would have looked a bit stupid. But there was a couple of stuff-ups in the movie too.
Yeah, one especially in the beginning. I walked out in a blue shirt and I didn't have a vest on.
Right.
And when you see me in the sand dunes, I did have the vest on. I noticed it.
And one of the pan scenes, you'll see there's a bit of scratching in the right-hand side. We actually had a 1970 Mazda station wagon.
Yeah, where the beautiful ladies who were behind us were cooking our meals.
That's right, they came out in the middle of the day, didn't they?
Yes.
And started boiling up hot dogs.
That's right, yeah.
And there was another failure too. I think one of the shooting scenes, Larry's got a late model wristwatch on.
Oh yeah, the gold wristwatch.
We covered that. That was a Mexican medallion, that one.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And towards the end of the desert scene there, when he was stabbed.
You're way young.
Yeah, Eddie. One of the other things that I reckon was a classic we noticed in the editing room was Larry had a wristwatch on.
Yeah.
Played hell with us.
That's
But
right.
what did we end up doing with that? We ended up calling it a Mexican medallion.
It should have been medallion on his wrist.
Yeah, well, that was one part.
Yeah, well, a gold wristwatch.
And I remember we had this problem with getting realism with bullets hitting the sand. You ended up organising that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, my brother wouldn't allow no one else to fire bullets in front of his face in the sand. We checked the sand first
I can
with
imagine
your-
that, yeah.
and make sure no rock, and I fired a 22, make it look like Neil that was on the hill shooting a 6-shooter,
Right.
and I kicked up sand in front of his face. But you already had the authority, because you'd already been to the police station or something, hadn't you? And
Well, yeah.
realised all this.
That was really funny because we rehearsed this for about a month, and we got to the stage where I suddenly realised driving out to Kurnell in the morning that we're going to be using guns, and I thought, wow, we're going to have to get permission. So I walked into Kurnell police station, all sort of confident, and with a camera over the arm, and I said, I want to talk to the sergeant in charge, and he said, yeah, what can I do for you? And I said, well, I'm from Sullivan Photographic and Film Manufacturing Producers Proprietary Limited, or some damn great long name like this.
True.
And I said, we're making a film out of Kurnell today, and we'll be using real firearms with blanks. And I said, I need permission. And he said, well, I'm glad you told me. He said, we'll know now if we hear shots out there that it's purely a film being made. And I said, thank you. We walked out.
Yeah.
And I said, I think I laughed all the way out there because if you remember during lunch hour, they were setting targets up and using little ammo anyway.
Sure, she only drinking beer, shooting beer cans. Yeah, in them days too, I believe it was KB.
Yeah, well, during lunch hour when the girls came out too was another.
Oh, they did a magic job with all the food and your wife, Carol, making up the makeup. And
Came out with hot dogs and bread rolls and sort of, it was like being on location with the whole bit, wasn't it?
it was, it took a full day, it took a month and a half to organise, and we did it in one day.
Yeah.
It was great.
You reckon we'd ever do it again? Are we getting too old for this?
No, of course not. I mean, you strap a 45 on my hip and we'll go out and do it again. I mean,
Alright, well there you
Clint
go.
Eastwood eat your heart out.
You heard it here, whoever's looking, but I tell you what, it's gonna take a lot of guts getting another 7 or 8 people like that organised again.
I don't know if we can find them.
Probably couldn't. Alright, well, that's
All we can say about it.
the way we saw it from our point.
Yeah.